Let's make a patch for our embroidered leather keychains. Today we're doing the 49ers. I've done a couple teams before this, but we definitely think the 49ers is going to be one of the harder ones to show you. So I'm going to show you a couple things to make it a little bit easier to do. So this is the design I have in Photoshop. The background is just the background I'm going to kind of delete. We have our regular we have our regular logo, and then we have the word mark there. As you can see, we're going to then digitize them both. We have the San Fran on the left and the 49ers on the right. This is our sequence here, and I'm actually looking for like little mistakes, like one line sequences. We're going to delete those. We definitely don't want to see those because that's where you can get knots and things like that in your system. So you don't have any of those one lines or a couple line sequences. You go ahead and cut those out. You're not going to be able to see them in the print when they're there. So I do look at my different types of design that you could do with your thread. So satin, talamini, and raised satin. Satin is your normal. That will pretty much give you the design that you're looking for all the time. Other ones can give you a more bold look. Others can give you a more artsy look. So just choosing the right things there. We have our threads here. We got the white, the red, and the gold. These are the threads we're going to be using today for the 49ers. Gladly, I had the colors already without having to get them. Just setting it up on the machine is really easy. You just kind of send the file to your phone, send the file then to the machine, or you can put it on a USB there. Down here is actually really important. You need the bobbin. The bobbin is probably the most important thing outside of the thread. I didn't even realize that machines need this. I'm new to embroidery and sewing machines, so it was new for me. But the bobbin was there. That's where you put the thread, and pretty much let's get this thread started. So we are starting with the red. We're going to be doing the logo first and then be doing the word mark. I definitely make sure I cut my first thread. It's definitely too long, and it could definitely impact how the threads are putting in those first couple threads. So you definitely want to cut that early on so that you don't have any problems down the road. You don't want to get halfway through a design and have to mess up and cut it out and redo it, because that is not fun at all and a waste of materials. So it's pretty much going doing the outline of the logo here, and we'll be getting into how perfect the stitching is. For some reason, it's very mesmerizing for me to watch it stitch the colors in. And as you can see, look how perfect you can see the reds going in, and you know where the S and the F are going to be at. It hadn't even put down the white yet. That's what I do love about these newer machines, is that they have such precision to really see exactly where it's supposed to be stitching at. As you can see here, it's doing the 4 and the 9 and the nerves, obviously. Also, I wanted to point out that you definitely want to watch and make sure that the jump stitches aren't too big. Sometimes I like to stop the machine and just kind of cut them off. We're moving on to the white, which you really can't see at all while it's doing it, but honestly, it looks really good. You'll see at the end how the white really fills it in. And honestly, when you have it in your hand, you definitely want to put the white in instead of just letting it not do the white, because then it kind of just looks like this flat area in the keychain, and you don't really want that. You want kind of a raised look. It's a nicer keychain, gives it more of a luxurious feel when you actually stitch the whole thing in like an actual patch. So that's what we're doing here. We're actually stitching the white in and the actual, right now I think it's doing the gold though. Should be doing the gold rim around the sides of the San Fran. And you'll see at the end how this gold looks. I'll kind of zoom in here a little bit to kind of give you a good look at it, but overall, you can't really see the gold until the end. And we'll be doing the border. I did not put a border when I designed it, but the actual software that I'm using, which is Hatch 3, does have the ability to put a border in it. And I think their border properties are a lot easier than to probably put your own border. So therefore, it'll be smooth and even all the way around. And you can also change how the design is of the border without having to change the properties of the board that you selected. So I think using their border works out great and also keeps it a nice straight line at all costs. So this is pretty much finishing up here. Thanks for watching, honestly. If you made it this far, wowzers, I really appreciate that. And we'll be doing full, the keychain building and everything. That's much how it came out. As you can see, the gold is in the words, and it's also around the SF. It came out really nice. Again, the white, as you can see, looks really good. See you next time.